30 years of studying religion, the occult, philosophy, and psychology have taught me one simple thing. One single reason why we are so lost, so angry, and so anxious all the time. It's why we can't find common ground. It's why we're trapped in a dopamine loop, reducing friendship and love to a swipe or a like. The reason is simple. We are all, every single one of us, trapped in a romantic fantasy. By romantic fantasy, I mean the belief that our feelings, our desires, our sense of what's right should shape reality, when the evidence suggests otherwise. From the far left to the far right, from the hyper-rational to the seemingly insane, we're all infected. And it's why no debate ever moves forward, no synthesis, because we're all starting from a bad premise. Romanticism was a direct answer to the Enlightenment. People didn't like how cold and industrial the world had become. So they looked back to heroicism and nostalgia. They raised the supremacy of the individual's felt experience, their feelings, to be equal with or even above reason, rationality, and truth. And that was our original sin. Everything we blame on the boomers, on millennials, on Republicans, or liberals, every flaw you see in them is shared by this one false premise. If our intellectual efforts are in service of our emotions, we lose before we even start. Politicians can argue that they're doing the virtuous, humanitarian, and moral thing by supporting a cause, but everything they do ends up having a net negative effect. No matter how much tax money they get, they can never solve poverty or homelessness. In fact, you get more of it. Think about the Constitution. It's a relatively simple document. Why can't we agree on what it means? Because it was written during the Enlightenment by people who expected good faith actors in the future. Romanticism introduced a mind virus that allowed people to muddy the water, to make it seem deep, as Nietzsche would say. If you want to get out of this funk, you have to start asking yourself what delusion you're living. Jung said, "This is where our mental anguish comes from. You think reality should be fun, happy, and stress-free, and then it's not that way, and so you suffer." Ever notice how everyone is the victim? It's the easiest cop-out for a world that believes their feelings matter more than the reality they actually occupy. Add in a little self-interest, and it explains all of the selfish, stupid, and morally questionable behavior you see. There's no need for a grand conspiracy naming the white devil, the reptilians, or the Jews as a scapegoat. The only club anyone needs to belong to is a shared romantic fantasy and self-interest. It's why after thousands of hours of debating abortion, we can't come to a consensus. Nobody is arguing in good faith. They just want to feel like they're winning, or protecting the innocent, or defeating faith. So to start solving problems and to stop spinning out, start asking yourself a simple question. What romantic fantasy am I trying to act out? Are you seeking a mate for long-term love? Or are you just using them for some dopamine on a swipe, a like, or a late-night text? If you have an issue you'd like me to apply this lens to, Let me know in the comments.